Good afternoon, America. This is Jonathan, your Silver Sun speaking, and I come to you on Saturday, the 17th of July, 2021. Much has happened since my last update. I have been scheduled, and because Sydney has been in lockdown for the past 3 weeks, I have not been able to get out, receive visitors. Things are kind of progressing in regards to my housing application. I've found an adequate place near Newcastle, near Wallsend, and it's got a granny flat separate to the house, and it's suitable. So I'm gonna have to live in this living arrangement for at least 6 to 8 months before my chance for my public housing application comes around again. There has been some events of support, particularly from Jurgen Klopp, the Liverpool manager in the English Premier League. He has been micromanaging my affairs because of my support for the club, particularly red and white teams, Santa's own colours. And apparently, well, not apparently, this actually happened. He got stabbed, like beneath his arm, and it was he was quite stricken with grief. The fact that these creators who want to keep me as their slave, sex slave or something to that effect, it's upsetting because I'm just trying to get back to the normal rigmarole, the ebb and flow of life, and I have foreseen in my future a great absence of life, and it feels like nothing. It's just a void of nothingness, my future. This is around 2 years plus into the future. And so I started wondering what could happen if someone was to take me and screw with me on a spaceship or a mothership or something like that. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to be taken to on board a spaceship, and I'm going to be lobotomies or some type of surgical mental operation is going to transpire, and I am going to be left not cognizant, not conscious, not consciously aware of myself, just an absence of my mental framework and my mind, and it's scary to realize that this can happen. I have spoken to Luke Skywalker, and he's trying to fix the problem of security and safety in my future. in this town near Newcastle. So at least I could have some oversight. At least I could have some type of familiarity of normalcy in my life. But I will be taking out life insurance for total and permanent disability in the event of this type of operation. Apparently, I was supposed to disappear for 2 weeks. I suddenly reappear. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. This is quite common with people who live in the future. They get molested, abused, raped, and psychologically altered from these types of operations. So this is because I am the Silver Sun. And I'm not a surrogate of Tom Cruise. I'm not a surrogate of Jim Carrey. I'm not a surrogate of Bradley Cooper. I'm not a surrogate of Dave Chappelle. But I'm my own person. And these movies that have been made are glimpses or reflections on my own life. And I've never been actually fully compensated for these stories. And that's why I've got a GoFundMe website called Freedom Fight for Jonathan. And I'm hoping to lucratively cash in on my life, in which these stories have been told and revealed to society. And it's just hopefully I can get out of these financial constraints. I'm not in debt at the moment. I have several $1,000s in the bank. I'm saving money. I'm putting away for Social Security. And yeah, so things are progressing. And I mean, consider the point in time when it was 2 years ago in Mount Ku-ring-gai, in a bubble, like Boy in a Bubble, like Paul Simon's Boy in a Bubble from the album Graceland. I prophesize that I will be living in a cottage where I would contract cancer, in a cottage that was built with asbestos, and there is the house I'm in has been built with using one element of asbestos, and it's frustrating to see how I'm connected to the future, to see how delicate my mind is and how fragile life is, when you're not protected and you're not looked after and you're not provided for. I mean, I was told by the one true God that I would inherit an estate from a wealthy billionaire, not just a millionaire, but a billionaire. That has not happened. No lawyer has showed up at the hospital here willing to free me of this situation. Obviously that's not true. No one has come forward I'm still stuck in this situation. God has not provided for the one person that He should have provided for. People who told me that I'll be paid $1 million for this mission, they reneged on the agreement, and it's something that will probably be explored in a court of law. I've got some numerology that I'd like to show you. Maybe we can look at that tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much where I am at the moment. Nicole and I have realized that she's Amazonian, I'm a giant dwarf. It's not really gonna work. So she's no longer number one. Emma Watson is number one in my life. People in Europe say to me, why she's not a blonde? And I say to that, so what? I think she's gorgeous, and I love her, and I think we would be a good couple if the world decided not to progress with uncoexistence or some type of agenda where coexistence is not the main central theme. Yeah, so I really have not much more to say. Thanks for tuning in. I'm still alive. And in the next 3 to 4 weeks, I'll be up on the coast, up north. So I'm looking forward to getting out of here. I've been here this has been a chapter of my life that is a saga that's gone on, and it hasn't really given me any respite. In the past 6 months since I've been here, the past 7 months now, I got here October, so it's really like 9 months. The last 9 months, this program of dehumanization has progressed. Recently, I have experienced freedoms of a mental nature, and that has to do with the president that we have in office at the moment. I have heard in the future that on an alternate timeline, or the same timeline, that I have been assassinated by Trumpers or Trumpians, because as things get worse for Trump, they get better for me. As I shape and influence the future, I can change agendas, change minds, and change the future in a respect that it reflects our ideals, ethics, and morals, working towards stabilizing conflicting issues like climate change, disunity, with altruism and utilitarian ideals. So that's where I'll leave it today. But tune in next time for some numerology about my date of birth, my social security number, my tax phone number, my phone numbers in the past, my even like the bus routes. It's like it's not a coincidence. Someone put me here for a reason. And these bus routes they reflect the same numerology that's in my social security number, that's in my that's evidential of some dimensions, inner workings that have intersections and points in time that where we can meet, whether it be in the past or the future or somewhere in between. Alright, well thank you, thanks for your time, and I shall speak to you soon. Sending you peace, love, light, and moonbeams. All that there ever is or ever was will be now.